Hi, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is a neat way to make a chart that'll make totals for you or multiply or do other math functions just by plugging in a formula, and you never have to do anything again. So we're going to click on our apps and we want to select Sheets. People who use Windows go to Excel. People who use Google go to Sheets. Click on blank so we can create a blank spreadsheet. All right. First thing we're going to do, as we should always do whenever we create a document, is put in a title. So up here where it says Untitled Spreadsheet, please type in Design, DESIGN, space, Matrix, capital MATRIX, put in a dash, and in capitals, type in your initials. So up in the upper left-hand corner, you should have the title, and it's called Design, space Matrix, space dash, space your initials. EM are my initials. You're probably pretty familiar with the toolbars and all the tools. You see them on almost every single document that you use. There's some math tools here and icons that you'll be using in a little bit. They're particular to spreadsheets. Now, in a spreadsheet, you have what are called cells. Each one of these boxes is called a cell, C-E-L-L, and each cell has an address. So for instance, this cell up here in the top left corner, its address is A1. This is C1. This one is E for the column, 6 for the row. Okay. So we're going to start putting in the titles of our columns for this decision matrix. Okay. Engineers use these all the time because they have to evaluate their designs and see if they meet requirements. We're going to do this with just a fake project where you're trying to choose a chair for a student with a disability or a patient with a disability based on the lowest costs and other attributes. So first one I'd like to type in for my first column is just chair. Column B is going to be cost. Column C is comfortable. Column D, armrests. Column E, bold color. Column F, low cost. Okay. And then column G, total. So go ahead and type all those in. Don't format anything just yet. We'll do that in a minute altogether. Now we're going to list the 6 different chairs we have. Okay, so I go back to column A, row 2, so my address is A2. I'm going to type in beige. That's the first chair that was shown. There's a pink chair. There's a blue chair. There's a black chair. There's a green chair. There's a red chair. Sounds like a song. Okay. So I have column headings, and now I have 6 different rows. Okay. After you've typed in all the chair colors, let's click on all of row 1 by clicking on the 1. Okay, I've highlighted all of row 1. So I'm going to center. So I'm going to go here where it says horizontal align. Click on the down arrow. Click on center align. And all my words go into the center of a column. I'm also going to click the B for bold. That way, no matter what I type in this row, is always going to be bold and center. Now, can you find G7? This cell is under column G and it's in row 7. So can you find this? Once you find it, click on it and then drag all the way up to the 1. So everything turns a light blue. I clicked on it and dragged it. I kept my cursor down up until I got to cell A1 and then I let it go. That way I selected everything in this light blue. Now we're going to give all the columns and rows darker lines. So right next to the paint bucket is something called borders. I can click on borders and there's a lot of options. I want this one where everything has a border. So I'll click on this and all of a sudden every single cell is separated by a darker line. The rest of the spreadsheet isn't. I'm going to click on this corner one and I end up selecting the entire spreadsheet. So I could unclick it or click it. Now I'm selected. I'm going to go to Format and I'm going to scroll all the way down to Alternating Colors. I'll just pick something that I like. Okay. And that's kind of nifty because now every other line has a different shade. My heading is a darker color. My heading of all my columns is a darker color. And then every other line has a different shade. That way I can tell them apart when I'm trying to fill in lots of data. I did make a little mistake. This is not supposed to be design. It's supposed to be decision. So let's change our title from design to decision. That's better. Hopefully I spelled decision correctly. What do we think? Just going to go with it. Okay, so now I'll just show you the real beauty of a spreadsheet. Let's click on this cell, G2. You're supposed to add up all the ratings you put in for comfort, armrest, bold color, and low cost. And it all should be added up and put into this column. Well, to do that, I'm going to go up here to this sigma. It's a Greek S, so Greek sigma. And it says functions. I'm going to click on the down arrow next to it, and I'm going to choose sum. So what appears in my cell is equals, sum, parentheses, a little bit few spaces, and a close parentheses. In between the parentheses, I want to put the addresses of these 4 cells. So I see my cursor is already in the middle of the parentheses. I can click from comfort, armrest, bold color, and low cost. And right away it says C2 to F2. So it's saying sum up or add everything in C2, D2, E2, and F2. What do you think about that? Can you do that? You could even just type it in. You could even have just said equals, oopsies, wrong one. Is there an undo here? Undo, undo. Oh, okay, so that worked out. I'll erase that G3 and I'll go to comfort and all the way, and now I'm good. Okay, I'm going to click somewhere outside of the box so that I don't mess it up. I'm going to go back into box G3 on the pink line and say equals, capital SUM, open parentheses. And now I could say C3, see if this works, to F3. Let's see if it'll sum it up for me. No, Okay, I'll take it out. Ignore me. Ignore that I said that. Okay, I'll put in a sum again. Sum, and I want to sum these few. Oh, it's a semicolon. It's a colon. Okay, click outside of the box. All done. So I don't have to do it over and over again. I'm just going to go to this cell. I'm going to say edit, copy, highlight these four, edit, paste. So each one now is waiting for the totals of the ratings. Let's put in the cost of the chairs. The chairs cost 100, 500, 250, 350, 250, and 50. Okay, I know it's a cost, but I don't see any dollar signs. So I'm going to highlight from here to here and choose this dollar sign up here. Now everything has a dollar sign. I'm not interested in these zeros because I know there's no change. So I'm going to go to the dot zero with the arrow that points left and click once, click twice, and it gets rid of the zeros. Uh-oh, what happened here? The total is including the cost column? Well, I better change that. So I click on the cell, I go up here to the function, and I see that it's adding in column B. So I don't want column B, I want column C. Backspace C, click my cursor somewhere else. Oh, and it's corrected. So since this one is correct, I'm going to copy it and paste it on these. And now I'm all okay. So our ratings are 4 is completely met, 3 is mostly met, 2 is somewhat met, 1 is met poorly, and 0 did not meet. So we're looking for a very comfortable chair. You'll have to go back and look at the pictures of the chairs in the slideshow I've included, but I know for a fact that the base chair is comfortable because it looks like just a regular, nice, comfy seat. It does have armrests, so it meets that requirement. It doesn't have a bold color, boring. So I'll put a 0, doesn't meet. And it's not very cheap, but it's not expensive, so I'm going to put in a 3. As you can see, right here on the totals, my total changes. If I change the bold color to a 1, this would go from 11 to a 12. And it went to a 12. So that's what you're supposed to do. Please create your decision matrix, then fill in the ratings, then click on share and share it with Elaine Margaritis at ccsd21.org. And that's it.